Good morning, world, and we are live. I probably shouldn't say good morning, world, because some places in the world it's nighttime. Good morning, everyone. I am broadcasting from Idaho. It's a hot day here. I'm going to play a tune for you all that I'm going to write right now in 30 minutes. That's the whole point of this live broadcast. I'm using OBS software as well as FL Studio for the music. OBS software is the streaming software. FL Studio is the music creation software. That's what I'm using today. So the idea here is I'm going to create something and it's going to be on the spot. I have a random note picker as well as a random subject generator. I need to remember to look over here. I moved my webcam into an unnatural point of view. It's on top of one of my monitor speakers, which is, I usually look at the top of my monitor, but it's over here so that y'all can see my keyboard. Anyway, that's what we're going to do today. I have my monitor set up so that you can see what I'm working with, and I'll drag over my web browser so you can verify that what I'm clicking on is indeed a random note generator as well as a random subject generator for the lyrics. We'll see what happens today. Could be good. It could be amazing. It might be awful, but time will tell. Oh, this is me watching myself on YouTube. Timer, 30 minutes. Today, I think I'm going to start with a drum beat. That's usually what I like to do. Here in FL Studio, they have a packs option. I have one of the more expensive versions. I think the most expensive version out there. And so it has a lot of drum samples. And I'm hoping that you can hear me all right. All I have is my monitor as far as levels. I don't hear what you hear through my headphones. So I'm pretty sure I corrected the balance issues last night and I turned the compression way up on my soundboard. Excuse me. Good morning. I need a sip of coffee to get my creative juices flowing. Creative juices. Sounds like an innuendo. I don't know. Could be. But if it is, it's unintentional. Kicks. Bass drum. Let's listen to some of these. So that's kind of techno-y. Although I kind of like it. It's got that hovering high end that lasts and the low end. You know what? I'm just going to throw that in there. We can change it later on if it doesn't work out. That's a nice thing about software. If it doesn't work out, you just change it. There's no real commitment in this. I didn't buy that kick drum. Well, I guess I did, but I bought, all these other samples too. Snare. That's got a nice juxtaposition between that and the kick. That's just a little rim shot on a 909. 909 is a drum machine that Roland built way back in the day. That's a more natural rim sound. I think I might just throw that in there, but I'm going to throw it in. I try to limit it to 4 different percussive sounds. So what I'm doing here is I'm dragging the sound file into track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4. And then when I play the click, you can see it go on my mixing board here. And I moved my mixing board over from the last time, if you watch this on Facebook, because I was running it on my other monitor. So this is a little unnatural workflow for me. It might be a little bit different and trickier for me since I messed up my workflow. All right, hats. I'm liking these weird ones today. I like that. And let's just do another more regular snare sound. Oh, that's weird. I'm doing it. Okay, so we got a drum beat here that's going to sound a little funky because we have some unnatural sounds mixed with natural sounds, but let's see what we can come up with. I'm going to fill in just the basic kicks here. I'm going to start the beat. I'm going to set the tempo. This is the tempo tool. So you just tap it at whatever beat you're feeling. And you can kind of adjust the beat, or your body adjusts based on how excited you are. It's kind of a weird thing. So if I'm relaxed, I'll usually be at like 90 to 80 beats per minute. But if I'm really excited, I'm like at 120 to 130 beats per minute. It depends upon how you're feeling. So it's the morning. I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit slower of a groove. No, right in between. So I'm just going to round it down to 100. Let's see what we can come up with for a beat to put our jam on top of. I'm feeling this right here. There it is. Okay. Let's get some music on top of that. I'm going to slide my window over here. We've used up about 5 minutes. Random note picker. I'm going to click randomize right now. I just have it set on 3 notes. If you follow Facebook, I had it on 4 last week. And sometimes you have to jam the 4th note in there if it's not in a very... sorry, I'm bouncing around to this beat. It's hard for me to talk. 4 notes sometimes can be a little crazy with these random note generators because you might have to shoehorn a couple of them in because they might not be in the right key. But 3 normally for me is a lot easier to get something out of without having to make it sound wonky. E flat, D, B flat. E flat, D, B flat. Let's find an instrument to put over the top of this. Hopefully that beat isn't annoying because you're going to be listening to that for quite a while before I get something up here. I'm trying to think of where I'm hearing something or what instrument I hear over the top of this beat. These are all generators. That's what I'm looking at right now. Generators are sound generators, basically. And in this case, it's synthesizers. Some of them are much more natural sounding than others. They use wave file samples rather than, I think they're called oscillators. I don't know. But some of them do the traditional synth sound too from like the 60s, from the famous band, Pink Floyd. Made it famous, I think. I don't know. I'm not very good at music history, but I'm good at the music history of the songs that I like. So they're the ones, Pink Floyd, that put synthesizers on my radar. Actually, it was probably 80s music when I was a little kid. Anyway, let's keep going here. I'm just going to throw something in there and see how it sounds. Let's do something crazy. I don't know how this synthesizer works very well. Each of these instruments are kind of like their own instrument, obviously, and they have a whole bunch of different settings and presets that you can mess around with. Usually leads and synths are going to be higher. Obviously, basses are going to be lower. Okay, let's see here. I like that. So we got E flat, D, B flat. I always have to look at the keys. I am not a good enough keyboard player to figure this out. E flat is going to be here. And then B flat. E flat, D, D. There we go. I like that beat right there. So I'm gonna lay that down. Here's how I do it. I stop the playing. I put this here, put it out a couple measures, and then I click this to song mode. I hit record everything, and I put this on a new pattern, and then I'm just gonna paste the new pattern below the existing pattern. The pattern is, this is just the drum beat. Pattern 1 is that drum beat that we put together. So now I'm gonna put that other thing in here. I forgot what I was doing though. Let me think. I think it was like something like that. Something like that. Let's just see what we come up with. Okay, I was going on a weird offbeat, I think, on some of that. So what I like to do is go back through here and then fix the missed beats if they're slightly off. If you want it to sound a little bit more natural, then you leave some of the missed beats on there, just a little bit off. And then you can also make sure that the volume is on each note is the same if you want it to sound a little bit more programmed. So you can see right here, this is the velocity that I hit the keyboard. These keyboards, they have, I think it goes up to 127 different degrees of velocity. So there's 127 different settings for volume on each one of these instruments for each one of these keys. And you can see that setting right here. And so if I click my pencil across and just drag it, they're all going to be right around the same volume. And let's listen to this. I'm probably going to have to turn that instrument up a little bit. I think I need a bass line on top of that. I'm really liking that drum beat, actually. So I'm going to put all the drums onto the same channel. So I'm clicking on track 1 through 4. And then I'm putting them all on 5. Kind of want to compress all the drums. Just go to preset. I think there's a drum one here. Oops. Complete mix. That's a little too heavy on the compression for me. That must be more for natural drums. So I usually just default to vintage. That sounds better. So on compression, the attack is when it starts. So 23 milliseconds after it goes past negative 15 dB, it's going to allow the volume to be 8:1 ratio, so it's an eighth as loud from that point over. So if it goes up 8 dBs, it's going to only go up 1 through the compressor, and then it's going to stop compressing in a second and a half. And you can see you can adjust the post gain, and it makes the drums overall louder. So I'm on the drums track right here, track 5, and it's going right at 0 dB, which that's about where you want it. You don't want it going over that because it's called clipping, and that's when it sounds gross, unless you're doing it on purpose. But you don't want it to sound gross, usually, unless you do it on purpose, but then you just add like a little bit of gross in there, you know, like a little blue cheese. You don't want to just eat a gigantic wad of blue cheese and chew that all up at once. You just want a little bit of blue cheese. That's your grossness. That's your distortion. All right, let's get a bass line on this. I'm talking too much and I'm running out of time. We're almost halfway there and I haven't even done a bass line. Let's see here. I have this, this is kind of a fun one. This is going to take a while to load though. This is my purchased plugin. It takes forever to load though. It's a Waves plugin and their stuff is old, but it's cheap and it sounds pretty decent sometimes. So this is a bass guitar emulator. And the nice thing about it is you can pick where on the fretboard you're playing the notes, which if you play bass is super important. An open A sounds different than an A that's played on the E string, which is the bassier one, but this is a 5-string emulator. So let's go here. Let's just do some creative, has some weird stuff. That's a little too weird for me. Chicken. Oh. As you can see, I'm playing way up on the fretboard there, so I'm going to turn the octave down on my keyboard. It's got like a sitar-y sound. I'm gonna go another octave down. Oh, it's not letting me. I've hit the limit. So let's see, articulation control. I'm gonna allow it to play all the strings. And I'm gonna spread this out here. There we go. It's not letting me hit that B flat. I don't know why it's doing that. It's giving me a hard time. I really like this sound though. Okay. Open strings. Let's do that. This is where it's important to know what your tools are. And I haven't spent enough time with this one to get it figured out, but I really like the sound. So I'm just gonna go with it. We'll just keep it up an octave. Okay, I think I might do a couple different bass lines and then change it here. So let's record what I had there. That was all over the place. I gotta fix it. Let's see here. That was pretty close. There's also a quick quantize feature that I rarely ever use on this thing. I wonder if I should show you how that works. Edit. No, it's on this, I think. No. Snap. None. That's how you get it to go to the line. I don't remember where that thing is. This is when I would normally just sit around and figure it out, but since we're on a time limit and I'm trying to get a song written here, let's listen to what we got. All right, here we go. That last note sounds weird. I'm going to copy that to a more bassy sounding instrument now. How are we doing on time? 13 minutes. Okay, so this instrument here is also realistic. Not quite as realistic as that Waves bass, but still pretty decent. Cutting edge. Go lower. Nope. See, that sounds like garbage. The topic were farts. I would use that. No. Let's lay another layer on this. Let's lay another layer on this. All right, here we go. That was garbage. Undo, 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 undo. I forgot what I did before. Forgot it again. What was I doing? I don't remember. Okay, let's just play a second. There it is. Okay, let's record that. I missed it. Edit undo. Oh my goodness, the pressure is on. Okay, there we go. I think I was pretty good on the beats on that for the most part. Yeah, looking pretty decent. Except I missed that offbeat a little bit. And the volumes are a little off too. But it's all good. Let's do some lyrics on top of this, huh? I usually like to spend a lot of times on processing the vocals. I like to spend a lot of time on processing the vocals, usually because that's a lot of fun to get some interesting sounds, especially if you're not a singer. It covers up weaknesses majorly. There we go. I don't know if I like how that note hits. This one here. I'm going to put a note right there to smooth that transition out a little bit on the bass. I'm going to turn that. It's too clumsy, that note there. I'm turning that down, that high note. I'm going to turn it down even more. For some reason, that's ringing out irritatingly to me. There we go. And then I'm going to turn the bass up on the bass. You can see where the energy is. I'm going to turn. There we go. It's got a nice thump. If you're listening on your phone, you can't hear that. Oh, I'm clipping. There it is. Not good. It's really easy to clip on that low end stuff if you turn it up too loud. This is also how your mix gets muddy, is if you have too much of that low end energy. Okay. This hi-hat's driving me crazy now too. Normally I turn that down from the get-go, but I missed it this time. There we go. Okay, topic. I'm gonna shuffle it, rerun. Paper boys, buffaloes, prison, meteorology, zebras, vanilla, telephone, rhinoceros. Vanilla telephone. I like how those two words go together. I also like buffaloes, buffalo prison, animal prison, buffaloes, rhinoceroses, and zebras, and paper boys in my prison. Animal prison. Maybe that's what we'll call it. I need another instrument. How much time we got? We're running out. 8 minutes. Let's just do animal prison. Animal prison. Animal prison. I haven't warmed up my voice, so enjoy this part. Animal prison. Animal prison. I got animals in the prison. You wanna see my buffalo? That sounds like an innuendo. Gotta see the buffalo. The zebra's got stripes in my animal prison. Animal prison, animal prison, animal prison, animal prison, animal prison, animal prison, animal prison. I'm doing that real quick. Let me get the animal prison part in. Animal prison, animal prison. Oops. Everything. I got to put my vocals on a track here. You're going to hear double for a second. There it is. I'm duplicated. There's 2 of me that you can hear, but only 1 of me that you can see. Do not look at the man behind the curtain. All right, here we go. What was I saying? Animal prison. Excuse me. Animal prison. 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 Okay, I'm going to normalize that vocal. I'm going to send it on to channel 11. I'm going to turn this down so I'm not duplicated. And normalize. And here we go. This is the basics of it, I guess. Oops, I'm on record. Animal prison. Animal prison. Animal prison. Animal prison. Animal prison. I'm only hitting 1 note there. I can't quite do it. Animal prison, animal prison. So I'm gonna turn my pitcher on and just give it one note.
Animal prison, animal prison, animal prison, animal prison, animal prison, animal prison.
So I'm hitting that B flat, and so I turn this auto tune on to only the B flat or A sharp. Same note. Now I'm gonna add some delay. Oh, that sounds so cool. So I'm mixing that, so it was up here, I think. So the delay is really loud. But if you just turn the delay down a little bit, sounds pretty cool. There we go. Should add some more words to it. We got 5 minutes. Buffaloes, 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 buffalo zebras, buffalo zebras. Those don't go very well together. Buffalo, buffalo. I got a buffalo, got a buffalo, got a buffalo. You got some buffaloes, you got some buffaloes. Turning buffaloes into burgers. Turning zebras into burgers. Turning rhinoceros into burgers. There we go. We're going to be talking about turning animals into burgers, because that's what happens in animal prisons, right? Isn't that just a ranch? Isn't that just a ranch? Isn't a ranch just an animal prison? My goodness. Sorry if any of you are offended by that. Any ranchers out there? I'm just kidding. I love meat. It's so tasty. And it's really low carb. Meat is incredibly low carb. All right. I'm going to sing about eating animals. Here we go. Everything. I'll sing lower, probably. Let's just give it a roll. Animal prison, animal prison, animal prison, animal prison, animal prison, animal prison, animal prison. Got buffalo for my burgers. Got zebras for my burgers. Got buffalo for my burgers. Got zebras for my burgers. I got buffaloes for my burgers. I got zebras for my burgers. I got gorillas in my burgers. I got animals in my burgers. I got so many meats for you to eat like a treat. I got buffaloes in my burgers. All right. Oops. I didn't stop the recording early enough. I will shorten that out and normalize. That is that part of our little ditty. I'll turn this back down. I'm going to process those vocals differently. Definitely missed a lot of notes on that one. I'm apologizing for myself. I definitely missed a lot of notes on that. I just need some reassurance. Oh, Chuck, it wasn't that bad. You didn't miss the notes too badly. Thank you. Thank you. If I reassure myself and delay into my own headphones, it sounds like somebody else is telling me I did an okay job. All right, let's see how I did. Oops, turn off record. For my burgers. Got zebras for my burgers. Got buffalo for my burgers. Got zebras for my burgers. I got buffaloes for my burgers. I got zebras for my burgers. I got gorillas in my burgers. I got animals in my burgers. I got so many meats for you to eat like a treat. I got buffaloes in my burgers. Okay, I'm gonna compress my vocals a little bit. Got buffalo for my burgers. Got zebras for my burgers. I'm gonna compress the snot of it so you can hear it. I got zebras for my burgers. I got gorillas in my burgers. See, it's all basically the same volume. It's a little distorted. I got so many meats for you to eat like a treat. I got buffaloes in my burgers.
Animal prison. Animal prison for my burgers. Animal prison. Got zebras for my
I like to use a lot of reverb.
Got buffalo burgers. I got zebras for my burgers. I got gorillas in my burgers. I got animals in my burgers. I got some.
Okay, I think that's where we're going to have to end our tune for today because we got 30 seconds. And our ditty ended up being, I'm scrolling over to the end, it's about 37 seconds. So thank you for joining me. Let's listen to this and see how it all turned out. Here we go.
Animal prison. 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 Got animal prison for my burgers. Animal prison. Got zebras for my burgers. Animal prison. Got buffalo for my burgers. Animal prison. Got zebras for my burgers. I got buffaloes for my burgers. I got zebras for my burgers. I got gorillas in my burgers. I got animals in my burgers. I got so many meats for you to eat like a treat. I got buffaloes in my burgers. Animal prison. Animal prison. Animal prison. Animal prison.
There it is. Animal prison. Well, I'm going to save that one because I get a lot of requests for songs about animals in prisons being turned into meats. More specifically, ground meats, more specifically, hamburgers. So I'm glad that the randomizer happened to land on that because there's an enormous demand for these types of songs. PETA, I'm willing to sell it to you because it's ironic